everyone. We woke up in a different world, where the Cold War ended along with the Vietnam carnage. All because of the Dome. The Dome. A territory full of anomalous artifacts, phenomena, and organisms. We still don't know what it is. An alien city? Some kind of a testing ground or storage? Whatever it is, no living thing trapped under the Dome can escape it. Yet even this did not stop the research. The major powers created the Cronus Megacorporation to develop and explore the Dome. Its secrets became a lucrative business. The Spire station was built on top of the Dome to export the artifacts and import supplies and personnel. The city of Crystal Sands grew at the foot of the Dome, eventually becoming a major transportation hub. All this required thousands of employees, and there was no shortage of candidates. Romantics, pragmatists, and adventurers of all trades swarmed recruiting centers around the globe, seeking jobs at Cronus. You were one of those people. In 1976, your application was approved, and you went under the Dome towards the future. Whether a good one or a bad one, only time will tell.
Hello everybody, welcome. It is iResler, and welcome to the Saturday Backlog. This is Encased, as you can tell. And so now we gotta choose a character. Let's take a look here. Edit character. Welcome to character creation, where you create a thing as to plunge. Just like the way in which they work their portrait and then adjust their physical appearance, okay? Okay, so name, let's go with just one name, and then a last name. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know. Just let's see, something. I could just do Smith. That's pretty generic. You know what, let's go with generic, but not quite as generic as Smith. There we go. What is that, the second most common last name or something? Whatever. Let's go with 31. That seems like a good one. Man, okay, head type. Oh, it's that head, okay. Where are we again? 5? How many of these are there? 10, okay. So, yeah. Kind of like a... Well, 5 might be, no. Gosh. Let's go with 1, actually. Let's see, let's go back to 1 in the hair. So we got no hair. Some hair. Well, actually, that's a good bit. A lot more hair. Less hair, but... Let's go with the buzz cut. Features. Oh, this is like facial hair. How many variations of this are there? Oh, this is like... This isn't just facial hair, this is like everything, okay. Let's go with... Yeah, let's do that. Actually, where's hair color? Change the hair color a bit. I don't see anything changing. Oh, that's... Doesn't do anything to the facial hair. Okay, well, I guess we'll just leave it there. Oh, features, there we go. Okay, so... Kind of matches. Not gray. Yeah, I'll go with that. Okay. Okay, so... Background of your character. So, well, let's change the portrait first. There. That fits the most. Okay. Just for the first part, 1,000 experts equip with the right tools. Every base build and every successful expedition is a testament to hard work and deep wisdom of the Silver Wing managers. Charisma +1 skill points. Sonic's influence K. Black wing, orange wing, white wing, blue wing, silver wing. It's all wings, okay. Advanced military equipment. Second chance. Brains. From the ground up. Let's go with Blackwing. Okay, each character in the game is set attributes, basic or physical. Attributes are distributed automatically, but you can redistribute them. Okay. What are you looking at here? Okay, yeah, I get a little bit more on charisma there. As much as a lot of people say that's not important, and I believe in games it is. Okay, abilities. In case the thing reflect the prowess can be handling, we recommend choosing 2 applied and 1 combat skills. Okay, so 2 applied and 1 combat skill. Okay. Let's go with light weapons, and then it said applied, so let's go with applied. Ooh, piloting might be... Okay. I should immediately take a look at my other ones. Okay. So... what are my brains? That is not... oh, 4, okay. Fortune is my... okay, my fortune... okay, yeah, piloting definitely then. And then, let's see, survival... yeah. Okay, traits. When creating a character, you can choose 1 personality trait for them. In case you create a character with low intelligence, 1 or additional trait named as a bag of hammers will be added automatically. So... okay, so light weapons that. Redneck. What does for your Charlie give me? Excuse me. Let's go with Survivor. Summary. Hit points generation, precision, inspiration. Okay, yeah. Guess start the game. Oh boy, here we go. Interacting with different characters is an important part of the game. To start a dialogue, click character, they're set to talk to you. And dialogue to show up in conversations. You can find valuable information, clues, and receive tasks. Okay.
A guy wearing thick spectacles thrusts out a sweaty hand.
Monty James, Silverwing.
He glances down at your badge.
Ah, it's you. I found your file extremely interesting, and your CV wonderful. When I had the opportunity to look over the files of my future colleagues, I couldn't resist. I don't want to sound boastful, but silver level clearance has its advantages.
Monty makes a ring with his thumb and forefinger.
You were number 63,784 on the waiting list, but you were lucky enough to get into the dome after only 16 months. Besides that, zero, nada, absolutely nothing. You're a dark horse for both the Foundation and myself. How exactly did you end up in this wing?
Say you've always dreamed of meeting people of their races, cultures, and then killing them all. You're a professional, you go where your skills are needed the most, clearly that your mission is to protect mankind. Let's go with the professional one. I really want to do this one, but it's careless words, so.
The silver peers at you more closely.
Wait. Let me guess. Are you a mercenary? French Foreign Legion, right? Fought in Africa, Latin America? Yeah, I know. You don't like to talk about it.
An uncomfortable silence rises between you, and Monty abruptly changes the subject. He taps the narrow illuminator panel with one finger.
Look, there's a storm rising. The lightning is strange. Green. Should lightning be green? This is my first sandstorm.
The badge on the orange's chest reads, Quentin Bisley, laborer. He eyes your black uniform and quickly turns away.
Okay, he doesn't want to talk to me. How about her?
A tall woman is watching an ad playing on the monitor, arms crossed. The polished to a shine badge on her black overalls reads, Elsa Olafson, Security Service. She glances at you and offers her hand in a businesslike manner.
Greetings. Please take all necessary precautions. By that I mean, don't turn your back on him.
Elsa nods at the orange.
I just follow orders. Even if his crime was embezzlement, I have to keep him cuffed. Those are the rules.
Olafson.
Our friends from the administration didn't deign to inform me about this man's record. Could be I'm escorting a serial killer. It's corporate policy, you know.
She gives the silver a vengeful look. A young, dark-haired woman is staring through the illuminator, her gaze glued to the slowly approaching desert. She's whispering softly.
We've crossed the border. No way back now.
She turns to you. The shiny badge on her white jumpsuit reads, Tomoko Kimura, physiologist. As the woman takes in your black uniform, her smile fades.
There are 6 people in this capsule. 2 of them in black jumpsuits. Not a statistically significant sample, but the trend is evident.
She says with a squint. Kimura shakes her head disapprovingly and turns back to the illuminator.
This place is a scientific treasure trove, and you're treading all over it in your jackboots, blowing up doors that are thousands of years old, acting like you own this world. What devilment.
Kimura isn't impressed.
Protecting us from the dome, really. And who's going to protect the dome from you?
Nobody.
A man with a mustache and a blue jumpsuit is standing at the window, studying the construction site below through the occasional break in the clouds. His badge reads Igor Patan, planner. The blue taps on the glass with one finger and gestures you to come and take a look. Seems like he doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
Stopping by the door's porthole, you watch as the ground slowly approaches. It looks brown-black through the tinted glass and smoky blue at the horizon. It almost seems like the clouds are pulling apart there. You peer into the rusty clouds of dust blowing along a dirt road leading south. The southern sector. Every black winger has heard the whispers about Operation Simoom, a major offensive under preparation since the early days of development of the dome. Cronus, is recruiting troops capable of capturing the southern territory, an area heavily guarded by the forefathers' defense systems. Maybe you yourself will end up in one of those troops. Just as you're about to move away from the window, you notice a whirlwind beginning to form above the ochre plain. The gathering storm drifts unhurriedly above the desert, a crown of green lightning flashing at its core. Clearly no ordinary weather phenomenon.
You join the group members.
You return to the window. A whirlwind is spinning slowly in the distance, dragging the reluctant clouds into its colossal funnel. The payload capsule shudders slightly. The outlines of the landing site, blurred by clouds of dust, appear behind the greenish glass of the porthole. The capsule shudders as the braking devices engage.
Okay, this is the... So here it is. This is the end of the Cold War. The world economy now revolves around the dome, and the saves techniques of manufacture by many nations, both the capitalists and socialists. The world can rest easy. There'll be no nuclear apocalypse, only collaboration in the interests of all mankind. Okay.
Come here. Come on now, or you'll miss everything.
A badge reading Ludovico Nuzzi, scientific analyst, export department, dangles loosely on his clean uniform, which still smells pungently of washing powder.
Look over there.
He points upward with a sharp, wide gesture and hands you his field binoculars. You raise the binoculars to your eyes. Under fourfold magnification, the whirling cloud above the rust-colored plains looks even stranger. Its core glows with flickering green light and flashes rhythmically, and that rhythm seems to form a complicated pattern. Nuzzi bends close to your ear.
Fascinating. Do you want me to bring some filters? If we intercept the red and blue spectrums, we'll see something amazing. It's like a signal, some kind of message.
Without tearing your gaze away from the binoculars, you turn around slowly, studying the dome's horizon. It's somewhat unexpected that the dome looks horribly empty. Your eyes find some construction pits dug directly in the sand, and concrete blocks laid beside them. There are almost no roads, or not sealed ones. Only one highway with yellow surface marking stretches among the sand drifts. Nuzzi looks from you to the capsule and to the landing terminal entrance. He flings his arms up.
Oh, mi scusi. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. You'd better get going or you'll be late for check-in. Your colleagues are already inside, and the storm is growing stronger. Yeah, the storm is growing stronger.
The white mutters in fascination.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome back. It was nice chatting.
Way blocked. Are we supposed to go this way? Where am I supposed to go? Inside. Yeah. Throughout the game, you'll perform various tasks, some of which lead you through the story, as well as others that reveal different aspects. You can always find the task aspect detailed in the task section. Okay. Guessing this
Mr.
is...
Rayhead, would you bring me a cup of coffee, please?
Greetings, newcomer. Come over here and register,
Colleague?
please.
Well, never mind.
A tall receptionist watches you from behind his desk with a bored, haughty look. He waves impatiently at you to approach. The employee glances at you indifferently. His upper lip is ever so slightly curled in contempt.
All new employees must register first thing. Come up to the desk, please.
The nameplate on the desk tells you you're talking with Dean Rayhet, administrator. The administrator slaps himself on the forehead.
Ah, I almost forgot the regulation pre-registration greeting. Just a second.
Rayhet produces a reel-to-reel tape recorder from beneath the desk, rewinds the tape to the beginning, and presses play. The speakers explode with a harsh, crackling sound, over which the tick-tick of a metronome slowly grows louder. Solemn music begins to play, and the administrator's face takes on a serious expression.
Dear employee, on behalf of the Cronus Foundation, I, Administrator Dean Rayhet, welcome you to your new life under the dome.
The administrator clears his throat and continues.
By joining our company, you choose the path of science and progress. You are among mankind's best, and we ask that you live up to this.
Dean squints down at the monitor.
Deserve this title. Do your job honestly. Obey the law. Respect your colleagues and...
The music fades, and the administrator finishes his speech.
And together we will build the best possible future for all mankind.
Dean
Very
puts
nice.
the tape recorder away.
Now that we're done with the official greeting, I'll register you and upgrade your Selectron. Okay?
Dean's hands hover over the keyboard. He gives you a nod. You spell out your first and last names and specify your wing, profession, and test results. The administrator's fingers fly across the keyboard as he enters your information into the Cronus database. Rayhet scans the computer screen.
So your position in the waiting list was 63,784. You've been assigned to Magellan Station. A special bus will bring you there after a series of briefings. Please pass me your Selectron so I can update the firmware.
Dean snaps the docking port of your pass to a recess in the casing of his computer. The administrator returns your Selectron.
Here you are. You now have first level clearance. As a Black Wing employee, you get access to the barracks, the armory, surveillance rooms, remand centers, and other specialized facilities.
Dean continues.
All new employees have a short list of tasks to perform on arrival. Do you want to hear all the details or just the short version?
Short version.
Rayhet snorts.
To make it short, get your uniform from storage, your weapons from the armory, pass the Psi abilities test, and complete your weapons training at the training zone. Then learn how to use the scanner, avoid anomalies, and properly catalog anything you observe. Last, go to the waiting room and wait for the bus to Magellan.
Dean sits back in his armchair.
That's it. I hope there aren't any questions.
Nope.
Rayhet claps his hands in satisfaction.
Great.
He reaches for the tape recorder, but thinks better of it.
Protocol calls for a little welcoming preamble, but dash it all, that's nonsense. Welcome to Concord Station.
As he's about to turn away, Dean suddenly remembers something.
Oh yes, I sent your mail to your Kairos. Check your new messages. Well, that's all, I think.
Messages sent to the various game characters stored in the message discussion of your Kairos. Okay. Kairos. Quests, character, inventory, craft window, map, pause.
Attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
When the dirt was found, a small research camp was built nearby. Thanks to the efforts of our brave
Inventory, data. Messages, there we go. Miscellaneous quests. Contact Cindy Maynard. Okay, he's the first guy to talk to. Okay.
Behind the storage counter, you see a small, neat guy. His gingery hair shines with something like brilliantine. His badge says, Sidney Maynard, storekeeper. The silver perks up at your approach. A thick logbook appears at once from under the counter. Sidney puts on thick glasses that seem to age him 5 decades in an instant and studies the lined pages. The silver finally stops and pins down a particular page with his finger.
This is your first uniform requisition, right? You can also purchase any equipment you need for the desert directly from me.
Maynard adjusts his glasses in a businesslike manner.
Before I give you the uniform, please listen to these short instructions.
Okay.
Sidney fiddles with his hairstyle.
So, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Life under the dome can be dangerous. You may get shot, spill acid on yourself, get electrocuted, or suffer the effects of a dangerous anomaly. You may also freeze to death or get fried.
Great.
That's why it's important to wear protective equipment when traveling outdoors. Of course, in hazardous situations, the equipment will get damaged, and the more it's damaged, the more often one has to repair it.
The silver steps back from his counter to indicate the repair kit boxes piled in the back of the warehouse. He points back at the shelves behind him.
We've got repair kits for this gear. There are Blue Wing specialists ready to help you at any large base, of course, but they're not always available. So, you'd better learn how to use repair kits and workbenches on your own. It's a useful skill.
Sidney rests the logbook on the desk.
That's all the instructions. Now, I'm going to issue your uniform.
The silver disappears into the back for a while and returns with a small package. Unfolding the package, Maynard shows you a brand spanking new uniform.
Standard issue Blackwing equipment, trousers, boots, jacket. Everything is stain resistant and armored. Bear in mind, this gear is made from all natural materials. Oh, Cronus takes care of its employees.
He says with a bit of swagger. He raises a finger.
One more important thing. In accordance with Order 16-225, helmets and gloves are not issued, but they're available for purchase from me. Please bear in mind that a full set includes headgear or a mask, jacket, trousers, gloves, and boots.
Sidney hands you the package.
Here's your uniform. Enjoy.
Sidney adjusts his glasses.
Sure, I'll show you what we've got. You know, we're pretty well stocked here in Concord. Take a look.
Sidney scribbles something in his logbook.
Please come back anytime if you need something.
$100. Whoa. Ooh, I want that. Okay, what's my next step to talk to Margaret's Hack Street in the Armory? Okay.
Anything urgent, Mr. Krachkov?
Katarzyna, did you mark it as Class 1 again, instead of 2? Look, here's the scanner data. It says the relic is a scientific device. I'll complain to the Silvers about that idiot. They'll take the appropriate measures.
Wait, but it's still Class 1. I'm not going to violate protocol.
Katarzyna, man. The hell did...
The smell of good tobacco wafts off this tall, portly woman from a meter away. A black lacquered pipe, an open logbook full of signatures, and a metal flip calendar sit on the counter in front of her. A small nameplate reads, Margarita Tkachenko. The woman fixes her coppery hair with one hand and casually lights her pipe.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Her voice is deep and gravelly. Margarita thumbs back a couple of pages in her logbook.
I see. This was your first receipt.
She glances at her Kairos, looks at you, snorts, and retreats to the shelves. A couple of minutes later, Tkachenko returns holding a small pistol. She puts the gun on the counter and strokes the Bakelite grip with a strange affection.
Pistols are good. Not for everyone. One needs a special skill set.
The black draws the slide with a snap, pops out the magazine with an almost imperceptible movement, and slams it back in place.
It's reliable. Has a nice heft, too, so even if it jams, you can always smack him on the head with it.
Tkachenko slides the pistol across the counter. Margarita drags on her pipe and releases a puff of thick, yellow smoke.
I see you know the rules and won't cause problems.
The black points at a poster on the wall behind her.
Can you see what's written there? Clean and oil. I have nothing to add.
Tkachenko tamps down her tobacco.
Nice accuracy, but the stopping power is too low to call it a killing machine. Still, it's an all-around excellent weapon.
The armorer shrugs, puffing indifferently on her pipe.
It's the least I could do. We have a requisition list from the Silvers. For free, you receive only rubbish. If you want the real deal, check out the weaponry shop. Or me. Wait a minute. Sign your name here in the meantime.
Margarita reaches under her counter and produces a set of ammunition.
A new set of ammo is issued for every task, but there's so much bureaucracy you'll go daft. Expenditure report. Form number 16. Disposal form. The Silver's running true to form. So if you need more ammo, I recommend you either search or barter for it. Or learn how to craft it on your own. These are useful skills. Trust me.
Leaning over the counter, the black points somewhere off to one side.
Now it's time for your training. Fatherby is already waiting for you by the big gate. He's a bit dotty, but a good man nonetheless. But before the training zone, go see that wizard guy with his toothpicks. Be careful around him, though. Don't let him pitch you a line. Psychic my ass.
She winces in disgust.
Control. Okay.
Tkachenko grunts a greeting without removing them. Tkachenko opens the big black logbook on the counter.
Why not?
Okay, let's see what you got. So I got a Raven pistol. Requires handgun cartridges. How many cartridges do I have? 40. Okay, so I have quite a bit of ammunition. But it doesn't hurt to always get more.
Work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
A lean Silver with thick black hair and a huge cigar clamped in his teeth is sitting in front of you. As you approach, he flashes a sly grin and slowly raises an outstretched hand above the table. Something really weird happens. All the paper clips, pencils, scattered toothpicks, and bits of trash float up from the table and hang in the air. The silver badge reading Andrei Mihai, Science Instructor, floats up as well.
So, gaping astonishment, the object's hanging in the midair. When skeptically you're not good for the smart trick. First table isn't the thing you usually was occurring. Let's go with that one.
Here for the briefing, huh? Shall we get to it?
He takes the cigar out of his mouth and exhales a lush cloud of smoke.
Sure.
The Silver props his elbows on the table.
Anyway, here's the deal. It's more profitable for people with a high psyche to study psionics. Give me your hand.
Not waiting for an answer, he grabs your hand with strong, dark fingers. Andrei gropes your hand briefly, then lets go, disappointed.
The pills, huh? The anti-migraine, sleeping pills, neuroleptics, downers. What do you mean you don't take them? Well, off you go then. That means no talent, huh? Why waste time? No wasting time now. But alas, regulations demand it, so I'll give you a glove too. Regulations, huh?
The Silver takes a thin glove covered in talc from his desk and passes it to you.
Look, a glove, right? But it isn't just a glove. This is an ooh mama hold me tight glove. It takes energy from your noggin, your psyche, and pew concentrates it.
He counts off on his fingers.
Learn psionics. Put on the glove. Transform energy into the necessary shape. That's the whole briefing. Simple? Simple. Now to your question.
No questions whatsoever. Can I put the glove on? It's a glove. Okay, where does it go then?
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life
Oh.
will be forfeit. Remember, our honest work
As you reach to open the sliding door, an engineer in a bright blue jacket.
You're a newcomer, right? It's a straight-up open house here today.
He offers you his hand. According to his badge, this is Maxim Penkovsky, technician. The technician slaps the door with one hand.
You have to wait until I'm done. Some orange jammed up the lock with chewing gum just for a laugh. They're like animals, those oranges, marking their territory. If you ask me, they're too gracious about those bastards in Crystal Sands.
Penkovsky chuckles.
Looks like you don't get it. Tons of relics pass through Concord. The base is laid out to make everyone walk a...
He turns back to the lock.
So in the meantime, take a...
Maxime extracts a thin, sharp...
Though there's another way. You want to learn something about picking locks? It's a useful skill in all sorts of situations.
He looks at you expectantly. Maxime snorts.
That right? What are you waiting for then? Come on, do it.
Fortunately, it can be unlocked.
I'll complain to the Silvers about that idiot. They'll take the appropriate measures. I hate those oranges. What the hell do they break locks for? I'll complain to the Silvers about that idiot. They'll take the appropriate measures. I hate those oranges. What the hell do they break locks for?
in case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Okay.
Remember, our honest work
I told you to pick the lock,
Welcome under the
not to
dome,
break
an
the
amazing
door.
excursion
Do
to
you
a
have
world of
any
new
idea how many
technology and the
forms I'll
riddles
have
of
to
an
fill
ancient
out to get a
civilization.
new one from the warehouse?
Yeah, that you have to fill out. It's too bad.
Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a
Okay.
colorful leaflet.
Sounds like a sci-fi story, but we aren't strangers to sci-fi
Oh.
here. The detailed plans are ready, and according to them,
There.
You see a tall scientist in a white lab coat, bathed in the dim lamplight. He almost appears. The man turns at your footsteps. He's holding a paper clipboard and a pencil.
Yeah, okay,
Glances
good.
from you to the glittering watch on his wrist.
I want us to respect one another's time. Please speak loudly, clearly, and to the point. You must be the newcomer I was told about. Nice to meet you.
Finished with his unusual greeting, he offers you his thin hand. The scientist puts the clipboard aside, raises his watch for a closer look, and sets the timer.
Okay.
He shows you his watch dial.
According to the rules of this briefing, I have to touch on a large number of topics. Therefore, I will do so very briefly. Do not interrupt me. When I'm finished, I'll answer your questions. Within regulations, of course.
Okay.
Sebastian produces his handheld and clicks some buttons.
I checked your scanner. It's working and it's connected to the Minerva database. Everything you scan will earn you Kronos or Forefathers knowledge points.
The instructor watches you with displeasure.
Are you listening? Scan everything that might be of scientific interest. First of all, anomalies. They could be dangerous. Make sure to always have medication with you.
He places a canvas pouch in your hand.
This pouch is full of bolts. You can temporarily discharge an anomaly by throwing a bolt into it. It's primitive, but reliable.
Van Olden pushes a button on his stopwatch.
So, my oral briefing fell within the allotted span of time. Any questions you want to ask me?
The White scowls in annoyance.
Do you know anything at all? What did you come under the dome for anyway? You get knowledge points for scanning objects. For scanning anomalies and relics, you receive Forefather points. Scanning the company's property and employees, living or dead, earns you Kronos knowledge points. You can exchange knowledge points for medication and equipment as part of the volunteer research program. Are you ready for the next part? The clock is ticking.
The instructor taps his watch. The scientist glances at his watch again.
You're within the time.
He rests one finger on the button in preparation to start the timer.
You're going to go downstairs and scan relics. I will be monitoring your progress. Please note there are several radioactive anomalies in the ecozone. These are the same conditions you'll be working in the field. Radioactive zones and relics are quite common under the dome.
He smoothly extracts a jar of yellow pills from his pocket.
Here's your Arad 3. And one more thing. Just a moment.
In case of damage, your life will be forfeited.
Behind me, the sun reflects blindingly from the sun, and the air is as dry as a man's flat and inhospitable wilderness, you'll say. And I fully agree with you. But what if I told you that under this presentation lying by a swimming pool, sick in the large... Please stand by for decontamination to end. Sounds like a sci-fi story. But we are not just a sci-fi here at BTF
Van Olden gestures back at the ecozone.
You haven't...
But I'm sure I'll come here in a year when we'll be
Be careful around the anomalies. Touch one of them and you'll be injured. Toss a bolt at the anomaly to discharge it. Journal entry, a successful scanning attempt. You're doing all right so far. Go ahead.
Am I throwing it up or something?
Journal entry, 2 objects scanned. And again, watch out for anomalies, touch one and you'll be injured. Toss a bolt at the anomaly to discharge. Journal entry, all 3 objects have been successfully scanned. Come upstairs, employee.
Sebastian meets you on the platform. He clicks the stopwatch button, fixing the result time. The scientist turns back to his notes.
Not bad. What?
The scientist assumes a superior expression.
He
He glances at the shimmering blue light. Sebastian points a thin finger at the cluster.
Yeah.
Then clasps his hands behind his back.
Yeah.
His gaze strays back to his clipboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Dome from the Inside with me, Victoria LeGrand. As you can see, there are endless salt pans in the west. What an inhospitable wilderness, you'll say. That in a year, you'll be lying by a swimming pool, right on this to end. Sounds like a sci-fi story. But we aren't strangers to sci-fi here. The detailed plans are ready.
The scientist looks up at you.
Off you go. I'll send it.
The scientist looks.
I can't work with him.
Spas and therapeutic saunas. I don't know if
What do you need? See ya.
The Dome from the Inside with me, Victoria LeGrand. As you can see, there
Welcome under the dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all names, and receive a colorful leaflet.
Let's hear music outside for use.
Quit staring and get over here. I'm talking business. What do you want? Have a good one.
Stealth. I need stealth.
Oh, good day. Have a good one. Hey, you're at it again, asshole.
Okay, you got me, Butch. Old habits. You know that.
Shall we continue?
Continue my ass. Breathe in. Everyone gets to go.
Hey, come on. Why do you keep bothering me? Bye-bye. None of our mothers will ever see any of us again. Damned dome. I'm all right. I'm dealing.
liningly from the salt, and the air is as dry as a nun's gusset. What an inhospitable wilderness, you'll say. And I fully agree with you. But what if I told you that in a year,
A middle-aged black is sitting behind the counter with his hands in his lap. The buttons and zippers on his uniform are polished to a shine, and even his badge, Winston Botherby, instructor, has been buffed so much it hurts to look at it. Botherby frowns as you approach.
Your first act is being late for the briefing. Are you going to be late for your funeral as well?
The Black looks you over.
Yes, I see. Check mark. Looks like you are fully prepared to disappoint me.
Botherby leans over the counter until he raises his index finger.
The conditions in the training zone closely simulate those one would experience in the field.
Pulling a notepad from his pocket, the instructor jots down your name.
Your goal is...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the dome from the inside.
Yeah, I'm familiar with this type of game. Huh.
Try not to get too cocky.
This is the dome from the...
Well?
Botherby nods grandly.
You made it through training without making a total fool of yourself. Congratulations. I'll send a report up the chain about your
Okay.
Amazing excursion to a world of new technology.
So now I think I can leave.
Civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Ed, spit it out. I can see that something's bothering you.
Employee, please come here. There's an urgent task for you.
What is it?
I'm listening.
Well, there's more to it than that. But I'm going to leave you here, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the Saturday Backlog. This is Encased. So I would encourage you guys to take a look at it, especially while the winter sale is on. That is January 2nd, but the Steam winter sale is on. I've already used the sale, and some of the things that I got will be coming your way, and some of the things I'll be just enjoying by myself. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch the Saturday Backlog. If you liked it, make sure to crush that like button. But whether or not you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it immensely. And there'll be some there's going to be some more Ostrov. I know you guys like that. So that's going to be coming, and then there's going to be a couple more interesting city builders that I've acquired that I'll be sharing with you guys, so to speak. And then, of course, with 2025 coming, there are some other city builders that have been on here before that will be getting updated or full-on releases, so those will be coming too. Farthest Frontier being one of them, as they're at 9.7 right now. I am waiting for the 1.0. but I had been following their update progress, and they've been doing a lot of really nice things, so to speak. So so that's why I'm waiting with Farthest Frontier, and there may be a couple of other ones that I'll throw in that are released or that have gotten significant updates that we haven't played in a while. But I'll be throwing in some new ones, so keep an eye out for that and make sure to subscribe for those. Anyways, guys, until next time, I'm Rizzler, and I'm logging off.